It's Norse legend time, and the gods are in a bit of a pickle. Loki has nicked Thor's hammer, Odin's sword and Frey's spear, and he's hidden them on Earth. So Thor raises a magical storm over the Viking lands, and a boy is born to a young maiden. In fact, there's a pretty cool cartoon-style story in the manual for Heimdall, so I'll link that up in the description for those wanting to read through this in more depth. It explains how an ancient code prohibits the three deities from leaving Valhalla to collect the weapons of the gods personally, so they create the child Heimdall to recover the kit on their behalf. 3 traditional trials await you: axe throwing, greased pig catching, and boat fighting, played as joystick-driven sub-games which can decide the skills of Heimdall, your character, and the quality of the volunteers who want in on the quest. The axe throwing sequence is particularly iconic amongst Amiga gamers, and is very memorable, probably taking most of its inspiration from the 1958 movie The Vikings. The first sub-game is the axe throwing contest. Here you must throw axes at a young barmaid tied to a stock by her pigtails. The idea is to hit the pigtails and not her. Unfortunately, because Heimdall is a bit drunk, your cursor wobbles all over the place. The second sub-game is pig catching, where you must chase and hopefully catch a pig in its pen. And the third is the longboats fight, where you must try and get to the other side of the longboat without being thrown overboard. Once these 3 trials are over, you select 5 shipmates from the potential pool of 30 and set sail to save the goals. The 3 worlds where the weapons are hidden are played as sequential maps. Thor's hammer, hidden in the realm of men, comes first. Ahead lays a sprawling nest of islands, each with either a clue to the hammer's location or the means to overcome its guardians. Successful recovery of the hammer involves solving a series of interwoven subquests, each of which make the main objective just about feasible. Success in the world of men transports the ship to the world of giants, where the hunt begins for Frey's spear. Travel between the different islands is conducted on a map, where the crew must be continually checked to see whether they are starving or not. The status screen, which controls the team's health and kit, is most prominent when 3 of the 6-man crew explore any island. Here, treasure and weapons have to be continually shuffled to ensure that maximum benefit is gained from each item collected. The exploration that uncovers these treasures uses an isometric sprite display, and is the game's dominant perspective. Fights with the characters who guard the treasure are conducted one-on-one, in an icon and window environment, as the 3-man squad's nominated warrior steps forward to trade blows. This stunning cartoon world comes alive during play, as forced changes of perspective are kept to an absolute minimum. The map is the least impressive of the bunch of screens, but then again, it is the one that is least used. The isometric world is Heimdall's main concern, and while heavy on the style, it provides the instant addictive hook. Battling with other tribes of people was just what the Vikings did best though, and combat is Heimdall's strongest characteristic too. Just as the isometric sprite nears an opponent, the screen fades into the fight phase. The opponent appears in a window, and the bar graphs show the landing party's current state of health. The 4 possible actions that you have available to you are attack, spell, defend, or run. They are offered as small icons, which must then be mouse-clicked in sequence with the character's weapons and spells. By watching the creature in the window, all you have to do is judge when precisely to strike and swiftly click the correct combination to initiate an attack. Your brave warrior's hands are seen flashing out to attempt the blow, and the outcome is integrated in the monster's animation. Gunfight style, you have to wait for the precise moment to strike, using the animation for a cue. Heimdall starts slowly, but its glorious graphics are seductive enough to ensure continued play. Once the game's system is understood, then the graphic grace is fast forgotten in a swirl of tactical thought. The straightforward search for each god's weapon is continually obstructed by the crew's need to eat and Heimdall's mission to fulfill subquests. You have to decide what priority each gets, and the numerous strategic calls make the task feel immense in small chunks. The game's 3 huge levels means there's plenty to discover, puzzle over, and fight for. The question of long-term interest though is raised by the effectively simple interface between players and characters. Does this though restrict the scope of character actions and player skill? Well, the downside of this is that Heimdall's magic is a simple scroll system, where only spells that are actually found can be used, so you have no choice. Heimdall has all the trappings of a major RPG. It's deliberately light on the actual role-playing, but high on strategy. Choosing the right combination of characters and the right combination of islands is vital, but so is a slick combat performance. The fighting provides the tension, and the quests supply the puzzles, while the graphics contribute with atmosphere. I remember thinking that this was the best looking role-playing game to grace an Amiga drive. The razor's edge balance of gameplay may prove too sharp for some, but anyone with a stubborn streak and sense of adventure is handsomely rewarded. Heimdall's perfect pictorial style is no gimmick. It's reinforced with a tight, tense adventure that offers both strategy and action. Fundamentally, a game of simple structure, its elegant design continually challenges both players and characters, so get it fired up on your Amiga and give it a whirl. Thanks for watching guys, what did you think of Heimdall? Let me know in the comments section, and please don't forget to hit that like button. I'll no doubt get around to the sequel at some stage, so stick around for that, and maybe even consider subscribing to the channel and following me on this epic journey to revisit classic Commodore titles just like this. With more videos coming daily and loads more on the channel playlist, hopefully I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, bye for now.